Is that your slogan recently?
Sorry.
Is that your slogan recently, your motto?
Yes, I like that, because I know that from Alan Watts, I think. It was a wise man. You know him?
Uh, mm,
And
no.
he told us when you work, you have to treat that work like you are playing, when you are driving a bus for instance, you have to play, and at the end of the day you will be full of energy. And I think he's right. I mean, when you have some when we have some issues, we don't have to take them in too serious. We have to just put it on the side and try to relax a bit for a few minutes and then go back and try to solve that issue.
Nice. Well, I like it.
Yeah.
Let me just ping Joel quick to see if we can get him on here as well. Otherwise, we'll jump right into it. Alrighty. So let's just go through kind of like some normal updates, and then there's some new tasks that I've been trying to create to keep up with some of the work that you guys have been doing that I also want to talk about, and then I want to talk about some work today for a release tomorrow. So, oh, new UI. Alex, can you go first?
Yes, sure. Thank you, Justin. So I have seen your comment regarding to the messages. I changed them, but I forgot to open a PR. I will open a PR because it's trivial. And I couldn't work to the email notification because you have told us to focus on the optimizing the broadcast messages. What I've done, I just try to test my ideas to make something. I mean, to implement something. I'm not ready yet, so I don't have a resolution yet. But beside of that, as already Stas mentioned, we have a potential improvement with the upload files, if you remember, with the workers.
This is
And
trying to figure out.
sorry.
This is what I was trying to figure out when I was just slacking you guys like 10 minutes ago.
E-
It sounds like you already did something, but I was just trying
yes,
to.
I did something. I tested. It's
Okay.
working well, but I suggest to be tested by the whole team. I mean the developers.
Can you
Like
give me a few sentences though on just like what you did? It sounds like implementing
yes,
worker
really
script
short.
or
When you
yeah.
upload a file bigger than 1 MB, we pull a new worker. We have 4 workers. This is the limit. And if you have a thread blocked, I mean, if it's trying to process some big files like I don't know, thousand of users, then we can open a new one, and in this way we can free a bit the system. I
I
also
think
explained in the PR, so I did a short description there. If you guys want, I can, but I think that I already shared the PR, so everything is described there. So if you want to know more details about that, I suggest you to read that uh, short description. Is not so long. So we have few points like worker activation trigger, entry points, or worker architecture, uh,
is it the backend
processing pipeline.
poll? Is
Sorry?
it the backend poll 208?
Yes, it's a backend. It's a backend. For the moment, it's implemented on the monolith, but can be migrated to the webhooks, I guess, to the service, which is taking care of the webhooks. And I don't know, could be a good improvement in my opinion.
So this isn't ready to test. You already worked on it.
Yes, but again, it's not merging dev because we are not really sure if this will work as we expect. That's why it's still open that PR, but can be tested at least by Joao and maybe Stas.
Hmm. Okay. Then
And if they have any kind of question, I don't know, if they want to change something, we can bring that something inside of the team and we can discuss and it can be changed, of course, if they have any other suggestion.
okay. It sounds like though what this would do is if we are uploading a file while sending a broadcast, this will reduce the impact of the file upload on the CPU
Mm-hmm.
communication,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Will be splitted and will be open for workers in parallel. So imagine that if you upload the file with 10 million people, we will have 250, I guess, thousand per each thread, something like that.
Oh, okay. I see. I see.
You know,
Okay.
I no no no. I don't remember because I have done this 1 week before. I have to refresh a bit on this topic, but it's kind of maybe I'm not right, and I'm sorry for that.
Then our next steps for you to do something or our next steps
I
Stas and
need no. I need to know if I can fully focus on how it's called this task, the email notification to the user. I'm not sure which is
I'd
the
rather
priority for this
this is
task.
definitely the priority. So
Sorry.
I'd rather us figure out if this work is done and if it's not, figuring out how to get it to a good spot. It sounds like you have tested it and it just needs to be tested by Stas and Joao. But this is definitely the priority. I don't know if you were reading the
Okay.
message this morning, but
Okay.
we
Yes,
really
but
want to
I
scale up.
also want to work at something. Just I, like I don't know.
Well, keep working on the other tasks that you have, but support Stas and Joao in testing this and then finishing it if there's any feedback um, once they test it.
Okay. Okay. No problem. But meanwhile, I will. We can close this message update because it's trivial.
Yeah,
Okay.
did you? Yep. Did
And we can keep on the table the notification to the user, all the
yes.
email templates.
Did you already push this update? Like I can go retest it?
I will do it a bit later.
Okay, cool.
I
Just
mean after my speech,
yeah,
I will
just think
push this.
when that's ready.
Okay, I will send you a message once we'll be ready. Okay, thank you.
Stas, actually, is Joao, Stas, Joao, do you guys have you clicked the link on that PR? Are you all clear on like what you need to do to test that?
Yes, I think so. We just need to upload the CSV on the broadcasts, and we should see it work.
But make sure you
Right?
have a big enough one.
Yes,
Like
yes.
use
I'll
that
ask for one if I don't
20,000.
have one.
Use that 20,000 list that I provided you guys, or I don't know, double that, right? Um, because I think 20,000 plus is really the size that we're trying to go for.
And
It's gotta
Justin, one more
be,
thing.
Hmm.
Sorry, Joao. Uh, Please pay great attention which list you are upload because I've done my test with the real one, but if you remember, guys, I've told you that could
Mm.
be better to have some dummy data
Yeah, use
instead
the
of
dummy
real
data
one
spreadsheet.
because I don't know, may something maybe will trigger the list processing the list. I don't know. Can be a bug, can be anything. So we should try to avoid these kind of situations, in my opinion. Sorry, Joao, please continue.
yeah, I was just gonna say that the file needs to have more than 1 MB, right?
Yeah, I think
It
20,000 is
could be a
1.2.
good idea to have one under 1 MB and one over
Yeah,
one
yeah,
megabyte,
yes, 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 to
you know,
test the
to
differences.
make
Yeah.
sure everything is working.
And we have the DEMI data one with 20K rows, right, Justin?
Uh-huh. And then
That
if
should
you
be
need a
good.
smaller one, I've personally like for testing similar things, have broken that up into a 10K list and a 5K list. So if you need to, just like extract subsets of that one for a smaller. But
Yeah,
the 20K I think comes in
that
at
is fine.
2.2 megabytes, so it should be big enough to trigger, or at least like see this working. But let me know. I could always create more if we need it. Okay, cool. Alex, anything else?
That's all from my side, Justin. Thank you.
I don't like this UI. Why would they make the helpful thing now cover the other helpful thing? Oh yeah, Joao. I'm sure this is not the only thing, but what else have we got going on? Because I know we finished the CloudWatch dashboard. I haven't seen it though.
I did finish it just yesterday. We now have dashboards for all the request counts and the error counts and the latency counts by route and by aggregations of global states. It's in CloudWatch. If you have access to that, you should be able to see the dashboards. I can also link them here on the ticket, and you can
Yeah.
see if you can access them or not.
And then are they already live for both dev and production?
No, no, no. They're only live for dev.
Okay.
I wanted
What
to have another pair of eyes on it, see if it looks good, if we need some improvements, and we'll add it to prod when we do that.
then I'd love to also do that today for sure because we're Martin can attest to this, but we're running a lot of real broadcasts through TextM production now. So maybe instead of us running a bunch of, I mean, we'll have to do more stress testing with the short links, but it'd be good to also even see just like more information on how the system's handling what we're doing now for real clients.
Yes, but first I would like to see how it handles the stress test, how it looks like in dev.
Okay. Are you able to run?
I want to make sure we're capturing the short links correctly. It's my main concern is that that is not being captured correctly. The rest should be fine.
Two questions. Um, I know Stas has primarily done a lot of the stress testing and like did some updates to the Lambda function, but are you able to run the stress tests on your own?
Uh, not, I don't really have it all set up, and we shouldn't do it concurrently with running broadcasts in production.
That was going to be my second question. Okay, so that needs to be like an after hours type thing. Like we cannot do that like during the day when Martin's using the system.
Yes, exactly.
Well, then maybe another good thing for you to do today is to get set up to do some of the stress testing. So that way, because I know Stas has some things to work on today. But maybe if you get set up and you ask him questions, you can run a stress test in dev tomorrow before the workday starts in the US.
Sure. Yeah, see if I can set it up.
Cool, cool.
I
Stas,
have
what does it look like
actually,
to
yeah, go
give
ahead.
stuff to him?
Yeah, yeah. So one thing not so good that happened. So I was building the dashboards on CloudWatch and I had it set up so it would dynamically create metrics based on the incoming requests. And
Mhm.
because of the bot attack that we had yesterday, it created like a whole bunch of metrics that we're gonna have to pay for, and we should reach out for AWS support to see if there's anything they can do about that or give us some credits. They might be able to do that. I
Damn.
can I can write you some text explaining
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, send me some info because yeah, we should definitely reach out to see if we can get some credits back if that attack is
Because
caught.
Yeah, because after the metrics are set up, there's no way to delete them. We just don't send new ones. I already did that. I already filtered so it doesn't happen again, but those ones I can't really remove them. And I also don't have access to the billing costs on AWS, so I don't know exactly how much it is.
Who needs to give you that access, Stas? Or is that
Uh, yes, or maybe it's something that doesn't make sense that I have access to, and you can just check. I don't know. It's up to you.
oh, that's right. I think it's through info@textem.com. Okay, I think I have access there. I can look into this. I can look at it with you. But yeah, if you can add just some more information here, that would be super helpful.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Anything else?
So I started working on getting our logs away from the database and into CloudWatch as well, and also looking into database metrics, looking into what we have and what we don't have and need to set up.
Okay, nice. So there's still more to do then, or that we could do
On what exactly?
on the dashboard, or just CloudWatch setup in general.
So this dashboard that I did is for requests.
Gotcha,
Now we
gotcha.
need to work on database queries latencies and then CPU utilization and all of that. But some of them I know are already captured directly through the database service. I need to see what I need to set up manually.
Cool. Then can you just start by adding the links here so that we can look at them and then trying to get set up to rerun a test oop, with short links um, and link clicks. We have that updated profile. I don't know. I know, Stash, you have definitely been preoccupied. Should we transition this profile task over to Joao as well to like finish? Like, will there be updates that need to be made to the Lambda function?
Java can take over, I think.
Okay. Because I know you made some updates, but I don't think the updates are reflective of the test profile. So yeah, Joao, if you can get scrubbed into the stress testing, that would be super helpful. Stas has been like making quick fix after quick fix while Martin and team are running real broadcasts. So I want him to be able to continue doing that, but I don't want us to take the gas pedal off what we had talked about last week with Ian in terms of like getting a good test profile set up, getting this dashboard set up, rerunning tests with short links to figure out what the heck is still going wrong there so that we can start making quick wins to those issues as well so that we can not only send a bunch of broadcasts every day that but we can send them with short links that track clicks. So, does that sound like a good plan?
Not sure what exactly the profiling, create realistic profile, but yeah,
So, Stas
I'll worry
basically,
about setting up for the stress tests
yeah.
and running it to see it on the dashboards first. Then I'll look into this.
Cool. Just make sure when you do the stress testing, like we want this updated profile was to help us figure out what updates to the Lambda function we need to make so that it more accurately represents link clicks in the stress testing. So I would say like review these tasks, maybe even review the Lambda functions like current state, um, and then just like go from there. But definitely like tap Sasha on the shoulder if you have questions or don't have something that you need for
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I'll definitely have questions.
All right, cool, cool. Send them in the channel too, um, just so we can all be aware of answers to questions that we might both have.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right, thanks, Joel. And Stas, pass it to you.
So, I was doing small fixes, like the major ones were indexes for DB,
Yeah.
so we are now can process the CSVs and the broadcast webhooks much quicker. Uh, what I plan to do next is to,
This,
yeah,
like I said, I was trying to extract things that you were doing and talking about in real time, it seems like Alex's work needs to be tested, and then there's something else that you wanted to do in terms of retrieving. Uh, I don't think it's actually the messages, but retrieving the webhooks. Or maybe can you talk more about like what the task that you mentioned doing is?
Mm, sorry, can you please rephrase this question? Because
You were talking about a task in Slack this morning that you were going to do today that we could release tomorrow. I was trying to understand what that task is.
uh, it's about the like sequence of receiving the statuses for like delivered and sending.
Okay, so it is for
Yeah,
the status updates.
yes.
How is that different from what we did yesterday in terms of like scaling up the processing speed? Are you saying like we're getting all of them at once and then just processing them 10 at a time? Or like, and this new approach is we don't even get them all at once, we only get them in smaller batches.
Like we get them as we get them, but we put them into database in batches and
Okay,
like
got it.
doing some prep work on the data before putting it into database.
Cool. Help me understand how will that impact? It's like I think it makes sense that that would decrease stress on the system, especially for like a larger list. But would it now slow down the total processing time? Because we got down to basically five-ish minutes, right? Would this increase that number?
It shouldn't.
Shouldn't. Okay.
Yeah, so
I think the idea is to make less operations on the database,
yes,
right?
yes,
Instead of for every single message doing an update, we do a bulk update and it's more efficient.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. So it's more of like us actually doing something with the status update, not just getting it from bandwidth. That we're doing that now. Currently, one for one, but we're going to do it instead in batches,
yeah.
right? Okay. That makes sense. Well then, yeah, I think beyond testing Alex's work, this is a clear thing to work on. And then there are, as we can see, there's quite a few things incomplete. The updates to the broadcast so that the image is no longer kind of flashing. I know Gabriella was experiencing actually some issues with that this morning. I know we did a quick fix on uploading larger files, but it sounds like Alex's is a larger fix. Um, there's some other things that were updated consent language, the updated message flow language that Gabriella requested, updates to some of the phone order stuff and the reorder. So yeah, I would love to see if we could get Alex's thing reviewed and approved and hopefully merge with Dev. And then Stas, if this is something that you can get done today, getting that done so that we can have it merge with Dev and then do a release of those items plus all these like little items as well into production tomorrow morning. Does this sound like an achievable game plan for today, guys?
Sounds like yes, but like not with like 100% probability and confidence in that.
No, for sure. Like we'll see how it goes today. But I think in terms of like a happy path game plan, let's spend today trying to get those two tasks done, and then hopefully tomorrow, like it's ready to go, and we can get it released before Martin needs to start using the system. Because we'll want to release it if it is working early enough to maybe do some testing of our own. Cool.
I actually have a question for
Mhm.
Stas. So, Stas, shouldn't we think about not having the dev and prod databases on the same instance? Because if Martin is running some production broadcasts, we can't really we can't put too much load on the dev server, right?
Yes, but separate instance is separate bill for that instance. But it's not that big actually. But if you will approve it, so we can do it.
I think it's gonna be worth it in the near future to think about that.
I think that was even in Ian's like shorter term
It's
recommendations as well.
just something I remembered looking at.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, good call out though. I definitely don't want us to be doing anything that would impact the messages or the broadcast that we have going out today. Um, so better safe than sorry. Let's be conscious of that and pause something if we think it might cause some issues. Sweet. I guess Martin, do you have any thoughts or questions here?
Um, Not really. Just for visibility, we're gonna be running, like almost every hour of the day, for the next, I don't know, 9 hours, 8 hours. So messages will just go out, go out, go out, go out. The only question I have is, um, we've done quite a bit of sending yesterday. Um, but we didn't do it consecutively for like 8 hours.
Hmm.
Is there anything we should look out for? Um, I'm constantly checking the CPU levels and everything, trying to space everything out as much as we can. But is there something that, uh, an issue that could pop up at hour number 5 or something? Anything that could accumulate that we should look out for?
I can't think about anything that can
I'll
cause some
just
issues in the long term.
I'll just throw out one question then for you, Stas. I know when we were running tests, I think it was on Saturday, we had to delay the last broadcast because you needed to clear up some storage, if I'm remembering correctly. Is storage or like aggregate storage something for us to worry about? Or you had to clean up something that was like it compounded and like it got something got full, right? I don't think it was the CPU, but it was like something else was full and you needed to clean it up or clear it out so that we could keep sending. Is there anything like that for us to worry about here with all these consecutive large lists?
Mm, maybe, but I will monitor the storage, the free storage.
Can you help us understand though, like what that is or like why that gets used, when it gets used, how it gets emptied? Um, because it sounds like that could be a concern. I think that's what Martin is trying to get ahead of right now is like any potential concerns.
It, it's just DB storage that gets full. Maybe we can just increase the instance of like the storage to get it bigger, just to not worry about it and just monitor it from time to time.
That would be great.
Hmm. If it's again, it's like a better safe than sorry thing. So if we can increase our storage so that way like we won't even have to worry about it, I think that is worth doing because we're doing a lot today, but as Martin is kind of explaining in Slack, we want to keep doing more and more and more in the same approach as long as we can until we have the microservices and the short links and everything working again.
Yeah, okay, I will take a look into this and I will notify you if anything
Cool.
needed to be done or monitored.
Is there somewhere for us to look too? Like I know we've been looking at that dashboard. Is that the same thing? Like is this the same dashboard that tells us that metric?
If it's added to dashboard, yes, but I don't think it is.
Okay. This is what we were talking about. Definitely look into that and let us know. And then if you need to do an upgrade, please do that. If the upgrade requires a release, keep us in the loop so that way we're not actively sending or scheduling anything for that time. Um, but yeah, good question, Martin. Um, so cool. Stas, follow up with me on that, and then Joao, keep us in the loop as you get scrubbed into testing. And then again, if you guys could both look at Alex's work and just make sure that that is what we need as well, that'd be a good thing to have over the finish line too.
That might be something like uploading 20K rows might also be something we don't want to do while we run production broadcasts, right?
You're saying for testing Alex's work?
Yes, it's gonna put some load on the database as well. I'm just not sure how much, because it's inserting messages for every recipient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to do that testing tomorrow? I think I think that would be better, especially in the morning hours, in Europe, I mean, before 9 a.m. Eastern in America.
So that makes sense. Maybe it's not so much a test it today, but like a test it tomorrow. Um, but like still before our normal day.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a concern, but just raising it to make sure we're considering it. It
No,
might
no,
be.
I think it's valid because whenever we do upload lists, we see a brief little spike. So if we're double spiking the system, right, in an uncoordinated way, we don't want to cause any issues. Cool. Well, then hold off on that until I guess we're all done testing for today. Uh, so I would say the real priorities are like if Sash, you could let us know about the storage thing. Cool. Oh my gosh, Shannon.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm so sorry. It's because we just talked yesterday, but yeah, can you please go through your updates as well?
Yeah, I'll be quick. So the broadcast flow prototype is almost done, and the only thing left is adding the confirmation for when sample messages are sent, but that shouldn't take long to finish. And I've also updated the dashboard page throughout the client registration flow. So
Oh, nice.
please retest the prototypes and let me know if you find anything that is not working as expected.
Cool. I'll look at the registration flow today and just get that to complete because it should have been a quick update. And I'll also probably get this to complete and turn this into a dev task. But
Perfect.
sweet, just let me know once the broadcast stuff is ready to review again.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Shannon. So sorry.
No
Um,
worries.
all right, well, guys, anything else? Otherwise, I think we're all good.